Have you ever turned down an opportunity because you thought you were not enough, or you hesitated to ask for the right price for your work, thinking that your work didn't deserve it? Well, then in that case, this video is for you. Because even I have lived with this monster called Imposter Syndrome and have lost so much time and so many chances to it. But today, despite its little presence, I no longer let it control my decisions and choices. Stay till the end because my story might shift something in you. Hi, this is Penali, an artist, and I've recently made this move from corporate to the canvas after having spent over 13 years building a career around business management. Now, as I reflect and create, I share my art and my thoughts around the very messy yet meaningful aspects of this new journey of mine, with a hope that somebody might see meaning, learnings, or inspiration in it. Remember in my last video, I told you that I grew up thinking I was not creative? Let me show you a few pieces. This Women's Day drawing I made back in 2012 wasn't a copy from anywhere, it was an original. These few pieces of digital art, original, did not just copy. And the most recent, this one, it came straight from my heart. So was I actually not creative? No. Was I lying? No. I was just busy living in my imposter syndrome, where I dismissed all my things. I believed I was not creative when I was actually busy creating. You know, the other place where it took a toll? I always felt not so enough in the corporate. I'm not saying I had a bad career. I had a good path, if you look at it. But I knew that I did not get myself what I should have gotten myself. There were so many times I could not ask for the right pay or the right level for myself because I always felt not enough. And you know where else I did let imposter syndrome control my choices for some time? Here. For the longest period of time, I run my art account on social media as just an art account, not for anything but because I was scared to show my face. I was scared to even say this is my art. Yeah. It took me a number of friends, like close friends, of course, question me, Penali, why? To come here and not just own up my art, but yeah, also speak to you like this and somewhere accept to myself that I am good at this and I like this. Imposter syndrome did not just randomly come into my life. It rather grew with me. As a child, I would perform well in my studies, extracurricular activities like dance, art, etc. The marks and medals would speak for me. My teachers and adults would then celebrate it and obviously would hand over opportunities to me for the next competition, the next function, etc. And so I learned I should not speak about myself and I am good enough when others take notice, speak about me, and also others need to hand over opportunities to me. Also, along with that, what happened was as I stood out, I found myself in isolation. My peers would distance away from me or would make me uncomfortable to an extent that I learned that to fit in, I need to dim my light. And in all this, there was a baseline that was the most important thing. You know, all the marks, all the medals, all the achievements that I was being celebrated for or I was being noticed for was linear. There was just one factor to your success, be it in your studies or art or dance, your effort in that particular field. You put an effort to study, you got your marks. You put an effort to make a good drawing, and you won the medal. And having learned all these things in my childhood, I suddenly landed in adulthood without a manual that would tell me that, okay, ma'am, sorry, the rules have now changed. Number one, the systems are no longer linear. Everything that you're being evaluated for, there are n number of factors. Half you don't even know you're being evaluated for. Great. B, nobody is noticing your achievements apart from you. You need to notice them and talk about them. C, nobody hands over opportunities to you. Of course, opportunities go to people who seek them. Come on, that's obvious, right? Yeah, of course. Lastly, if you feel not so enough for yourself, others will only make you feel more not so enough because they are busy doing it for themselves, which you are not doing for yourself. Completely unaware of these heavy changed rules, I landed up in imposter syndrome. And there's so many places that I lost opportunities and time just because A, I underplayed, B, I didn't feel enough, C, I didn't know how to say that I was good. So, here are a few things that help me deal with my imposter syndrome and take decisions that are more in my favor. Number one, I define the boundary of my reality. So, my reality ends where I stop showing up. And the point where somebody else starts forming an opinion or response or reaction to what I did is the point from where my boundary ceases to be in effect. That's theirs. Their opinions and their response can be about me, but they don't belong to my reality. Whether I absorb it, I use it to improve myself or grow myself, or I drop it at the boundary is a choice I make. Literally, for this video, my boundary ends at the point of finally posting. Of course, I'm open to other people's opinion, but I don't immediately absorb them as mine. Second, I accept that in any case, I'll not be able to please everybody. Rather, I believe, if I take the example of this video, I am not waiting to please everybody. I am waiting to reach the people that will see value in this. Changing of perspective, along with accepting that even if you become the best, there will be people who will be upset with your achievement. Third and the last is a question that I ask myself, and I would ask you as well. Where is the rule book of the absolute? Who defined if I showed up in my own space was wrong, while they making fun of me taking up my space was right? Why is it not other way around? Is there an absolute? Is there a rule book? Is there a measurement standard? No. In these cases, there is none. So if there is no rule book and if you can't please everybody, so why dim our light? Why live a lesser life? Why feel not enough? Why not take up courage to say, yes, I am an artist. I make good art. I do speak about important topics on camera. It's not that I have destroyed imposter syndrome or I've left it behind. No, it's still there with me. There's so many times it does come. Suddenly appears in front of me. Hey, Finale, don't do that. You are it enough. Every time I'm faced with it, I remember these 3 points that I told you just now. Rather, I took close to 3 weeks to go out there and speak to the people I knew about this step I had taken of moving from corporate to the canvas. That audience was filled with people I knew from various walks of life, my ex-colleagues, my batchmates from masters and undergrad, from school, family members. It took me 2 to 3 weeks sitting with that feeling that, oh, are they going to feel that what is she doing? Oh my god, how do I speak like this? I mean, would I not sound like a fool? Finally, I said, no, Penali, nothing doing. You will stand in your truth. Whether they like it, not like it. You will not try to predict their reality. And I did it. I don't think I went there to please people. I went there to A, face my fear and my imposter syndrome, and B, with a hope that it will reach people that might need to hear it or that would celebrate it. And if this video resonated with you and gave you that slight nudge to go against your imposter syndrome and ask for that rightful thing that you desire and deserve, drop a comment, like this video, and share it with somebody else who might also benefit from it, just like you did.